Session number 8. We are coming off some fresh data again. The jobless claims, pretty much getting information that unemployment is kind of at a safe spot right now, telling us the jobless claims telling us that a lot of people are holding off on claiming unemployment, but we're coming off a lot of data this week. Tuesday, the job openings, yesterday ADP employment, and then today jobless claims, and then tomorrow is a big one. We have the employment numbers, we have the unemployment numbers, and then we also have the hourly wage numbers, and then we have next week CPI, PPI, and then we also have the federal chair meeting with Jerome Powell on the 13th. So we are in for a huge week. We're in the middle of it, so we're gonna dive in. We're looking at the S&P 500 right now, and as you can see, on the 4-hour chart, we're looking solid. But right in the 1 minute, look at that run up, guys. Today, it's trying to snap a streak. Let's look actually the 5-day. So as you can see, look at this. So we have, the market really taking a tumble, trying to correct right here on the 6th right here, and then it just crashes again here, and then we're working our way back up again. So that is the 5-day 5-minute chart. So let's go back to 6-month 4 hours. So here we go. So that is the S&P 500 on the 6-month 4-hour chart, and as you can see, it is looking pretty good. Let's dive into some news. So the live updates here. Nasdaq rises 1%. S&P 500 climbs for the first day in 4 days as jobs report looms. So we're waiting. We're awaiting news for tomorrow. Tomorrow's, I think, the big one. The unemployment and employment numbers, as well as the hourly wage. So here's CNBC, guys. I'll leave this in the description below this article. It's where we get our news. S&P 500 rose Thursday, attempting to snap a 3-day losing streak as traders looked ahead to Friday's all important jobs reports. Alphabet's in the news. We're going to talk about Alphabet here in a minute. Google gained 6.5% as traders cheered Gemini, the artificial intelligence model, guys. Also, Nvidia and AMD are up because Google wants to use, I believe it's the AMD chips. I'm not too certain on that, but they are up as well. So here we go. Weekly claims released Thursday. We're below economist expectations. Continuing job claims declined, and indicating that the pace of layoffs has not increased. So a lot of corporations and businesses are not laying off their workers, and then also they're not hiring as much either. So a lot of people are just staying put, guys, and that's really good for the economy. That's really good indication that inflation is coming down, and that Jerome Powell can feel comfortable and the Fed can feel comfortable cutting rates sooner. We wanted them to cut rates sooner. So there we go. On Tuesday's report, the volume of job openings in October fell to its lowest level since March 2021. We did a video on that on Tuesday. Left traders with confusing picture ahead of the main event, Friday official jobs report. Economists polled that 190 jobs were added in November, a step up from the prior month. Investors, hoping for signs of cooling in the labor market, which we are seeing in the reports this week. So, and it's leaving the Federal Reserve comfortable with its decision to halt interest rate hikes. So we don't want them to hike interest rate hikes. We want them to stay or cut. So we don't want them to keep going up. It's just going to cause more problems. So now let's dive into our Google, our news, pretty much news of the day here. So as we mentioned, we did look at the Google news today. Google shares pop 5% after the company announces Gemini AI model. So let's dive in. Let's dissect this here. So Google popped more than 5% Thursday, a day after the company announced its latest artificial intelligence model called Gemini that will compete with products from OpenAI, Microsoft, and Meta. So it's going to be competing with those guys right there. Let's change this song. All right, moving on here. So, Bank of America, I kind of want to mention this. Bank of America said yesterday that Google Alphabet has been under pressure from concerns over the Google AI capabilities this year. So that's a huge news today when they come out with this. And then, Bank of America said that on, Wednesday. So diving into Gemini, so Google executives say that Gemini can outperform, OpenAI, Chat GPT 3.5 chatbot. So that is pretty insane. And then the company didn't share how it can compare with OpenAI, but Gemini shows there an opportunity to further monetize AI. So this news is actually really good for the stock. Popped, I believe it was 5%. So let's go ahead and look in the portfolio. I'll leave this article in the description below. You guys can dissect both these live updates and the Google Gemini announcement today. So let's actually dive into the portfolio now. So here is portfolio. We were looking at SPY. Account value 6,300 with 3236 total market value, and then the 3,000 cash balance. So we are looking pretty good. Have a great cash on hand. So let's look what the market is doing here. So it looks like DraftKings is the worst performing stock in the portfolio today, down 1.42%. That's not bad for the worst stock in the portfolio. So, as we've seen this week, we've seen, stocks down 10%, 5%. So not bad for today. Really rallying the market today, which causes less deals, but we still could find some deals. So it really just depends on our indicators, RSI and the moving averages. But let's go into DraftKings. We see it at a 28 RSI, and we are seeing this price come down to meet that 200-day moving average. We see the 50 hovering down, so it's starting to come down and correct towards the 200-day. Going to PayPal is above the 200-day moving average at 51 RSI. So as the second worst stock in the portfolio, that's pretty good. So Nike above 200-day. And what was the RSI? 57. All right, so here's ExxonMobil. We have, we just bought this yesterday, and as you can see, it is selling off. Oil is, at its lowest point since I believe June, and we just bought yesterday. We are gonna try and wait and see if oil is continuing to sell off next week to be able to put more money in ExxonMobil. So that is the ExxonMobil play. So we have Walmart at 36 RSI below the 200-day, so that could be a play almost at oversold values. Johnson & Johnson here got at 52 RSI above the 200-day moving average. And look at that, Starbucks at 38 and still below the 200-day, trying to work its way above. We'll see if that 50-day continues to cross that 200-day there. And then Lockheed Martin, we have it kind of hovering on support here on the 200-day. So those are the stocks for that are down on today. So I think we are liking DraftKings today or Walmart. I think Walmart or DraftKings. So let's go over here, look at our positions. Market value here. And so Walmart, I think we have a decent position in Walmart. Let's try and find it here. So we got 66. Actually, that's not that great. So we might actually add to Walmart. Let's look at DraftKings, I think. Oh, so DraftKings is actually a better market value than Walmart. So I think we are gonna lock in Walmart today, and let's try and see if there's any news going on with Walmart. I don't see anything. We have a trending. Walmart CEO says consumers may not be resilient next year. That could be the reason why it is down. Walmart, Doug McMillan, that consumer spending would be tougher to predict here because of rising credit card balances and dwindling household bank accounts. So there we go, guys. That's why maybe Walmart is down. Let's look at the 1 minute. Yeah, you can see it kind of keep getting rejected by that 200-day moving average and moving down on the day there. So that is the daily chart on Walmart, and you can see that drop there. So we had a 36 RSI. That's close enough to oversold value. So we're just going to lock in a Walmart buy today. So let's do that here. Buy. We got $10 market, time and force day, extended hours, no. And then order quality, then order quantity 0.0655. So we're going to lock that in. All right, I got a notification on my phone. We got it for $152.66. So that is our Walmart buy. Let's go back to positions here and let's see if we want to trim. I don't think we do. Let's see. So Apple at 63 RSI, Tesla 53. Looks like it's staying there. Amazon, we have 54 RSI. Meta is popping above that 200-day there, looking good. So 58 working its way up to 70 RSI. And then Nvidia at 50. Google is working its way up after that pop today, that 5% pop. Let's actually check out the 1 minute on Google. As you can see, look at that. So day traders love this graph today. So as you can see, it bounced off that 200-day there, continued, and it's working, consolidating with the 200-day here. So we'll see how it ends up the rest of the trading day there. So that is Google. That's popping. So that is based off the Gemini AI news. And so right now we're going to wait for Google to really lock in profits there. But Microsoft, we have, looks like at 47 RSI. Airbnb is popping at 75. So we got a $30 25% return. And you know what? I think we're gonna lock that in, guys. We're gonna lock in Airbnb 1 share. We're gonna pull out money on Airbnb just because it's at a 75 RSI. We could wait until it's hitting, resistance up here, but I think we're just going to be safe and lock it in. So we're going to lock in Airbnb. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and lock in Airbnb. We're going to go 1 share here. We're going to go market. So Airbnb, we are locking in $140.99, 1 share. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom. We sold it at $141.01. And you can see that it got added to the cash balance there. We were at around 3,066. Now we're at 3,197 cash balance. So we are adding back into cash. We have just sold Airbnb 1 share. We saw that it's been, really making an uptrend on the RSI at 75. And, we, still have some. Let's look at what we have still. Airbnb here, let's look down. Yep, so there it is, guys. So market value on our Airbnb now is $9.34. cents. So that is the lowest in the portfolio just because we trimmed it. So that is that. So now we're gonna wait until Airbnb comes back down. We're gonna buy it and then wait until it gets back up and trim. That's pretty much our strategy, our DCA fractional share strategy. So that's dollar cost averaging fractional shares strategy. So Airbnb now at $9.34 market value. We cannot wait to bring that back up to, you know, a big part of the portfolio. So locking in one share of Airbnb, trimming one share of Airbnb, and then buying Walmart, $10 of Walmart. All right, guys. So that is today's trading session. Trading session number 8. We have the jobless claims coming in, getting ready for showing signs that, you know, unemployment is going to be really a good number tomorrow. And you know, jobless claims showing, you know, people claiming unemployment benefits. So we're going to be looking at the numbers tomorrow, the employment numbers, unemployment numbers, and then the hourly wage report tomorrow. And then also we talked about the Google popping 5% after the company announcing the Gemini AI model, and then, you know, locking in once again the Airbnb stock trimming and the Walmart buy. All right, guys, that is today's trading session. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hit the outro.